this video I would like to talk about little how DFAM is my live kick. So basically I was using an algorithm for my kick, and each preset had its own setting. And while I was switching presets, I noticed that I'm breaking the vibe. The sound of the kick shouldn't change, but unless I use the same patch, the kick sound was different. So I decided to move the kick to a separate device, and I found the DFAM the most versatile. Apart from the sequencer, which is like 8 steps, the sound synthesis is wonderful. I just wanted to talk about a little how I'm setting it, so I can get the tone, the sound I want to have my live set. So the first step is that I don't use both of the VCOs. I only use the first one. Then I need to have a very nice envelope for the kick. So I'm going to increase the decay so we can hear how it goes, and I'm going to open the filter for now to hear. So first of all, I set the frequency of the VCO. That's supposed to be the foundational tone of your track. So if you're changing tracks and you want to change the key, then you need to adjust it. My live sets are always in the same key, so that I just need to tune it by ear once. So I set the frequency. Then I set the oscillator's frequency envelope to somewhere at the 3 o'clock setting, because it is not super high but still has the edge to have that attack and the beginning. And the decay of that envelope, which you can adjust here, is around 9 o'clock, which is not so fast that you don't even hear the click at the beginning, but not so long, so you get this laser pew pew sound. So somewhere around 9-10 o'clock, right? Now after that, the second envelope we are going to use is with the filter. So I cut somewhere, let's turn off the envelope. I cut somewhere at 200 Hertz, and depending on what kind of kick I want to have, I set the amount of the filter envelope to somewhere to 3 o'clock, and you can play with the decay of that filter envelope to from the shape. Now it will be, the sound will be different based on what kind of amplifier envelope decay or VCA decay you're setting. With the longer one, you hear a bit more. With the shorter one, it's going to have less effect. So if I want something that hits harder, I open the envelope. Now you can also play with the sound. If you want a bit more hard techno style, you can simply change the waveform and you get more higher harmonics. I like the softer one, and you can increase the decay of the VCO envelope, or decrease it for softening, making a more fluffy kick if you would like to have. You need to have the starting values where you have the comfort zone for your kick, because if you lose it on a live set, it's very hard to get back. So here I know that if I'm going to set here, I'm getting back the kick I want, and especially it's important to have that because in the live set you're not necessarily going to hear the raw the, the clean sound of your kick, just how it sounds in the stereo system. Now I sometimes I use the decay instead of a filter to have a break in the track, and I can put it back. So there is one other trick I use. If you see, I have only one patch here, which comes from the pitch and goes to the filter envelope VCF mode. Basically, what I do is that I use the pitch here to modulate how much the filter envelope should be affected if I dial it up. So if we now hear this one and this one, as you see they are in the middle. I dial it up and I start to increase this. You hear it opens up. This one opens up much more because of the modulation knob. So this way I can adjust how much a certain trigger is going to open the filter. Now how I'm using this is that if I don't want just to have the kicks on the one, I'm going to add these support kicks to make it a more rolling kick, but I'm going to adjust the filter for those so they are not that aggressive, they don't have that strong kick. Do you hear my cat snoring in the background? So if I open up the modulation, because they are decreased from the 12 o'clock, they're going to decrease how much the envelope opens the filters at the beginning of the kick. So the attack of the kick is smaller on those sort of support kicks I add here. So I can, if these are smaller, I can add more these between kicks just because I'm confident that they're not going to be so intensive as the main kicks here. But if I want a clicks or something like that, I can add there basically this I can use as the accent. So the trick is to patch the pitch into the VCF mode, and obviously I am not using the pitch to modulate the pitch to set the pitch of the VCO1. However, I'm using it for VCO2, and sometimes it can be used some sort of support baseline that can sound very interesting during the live. So I always set these how I want to shape my kicks, and I can add during the session, I can add some additional support synthesizer with that. Yeah, that's it.